Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me here today. In this video, I want to let you know a few things that will help you in letting go of any anger or resentment that you carry for your specific person. Before I get started, if you're looking for one-on-one coaching with me, you're welcome to book a session. In case you're interested in weekly group coaching, you can join my membership program. Lastly, you can get your own ultimate manifestation packs that are customized by me based on your limiting beliefs, end goal, and circumstances. These packs include 4 different kind of products. All the links are in the video description. So the main topic of discussion here would be forgiveness, because forgiveness is one of the very important factors that determines whether you have made peace with your past, whether you have really let go of the old story and what took place, and how effectively, with a clean heart and mind, you would be able to consciously manifest a better experience in the near future with your specific person. Because forgiveness kind of covers all of these categories that usually hold you back from being focused on your new story. Every time you derail, it's because of what someone is saying or someone is doing, or the current circumstances are triggering you, and it makes you fall in your old behavioral patterns, in your old habits around your specific person. And that's because you're still holding on to a lot of things that are bringing up anger, resentment, grudge, jealousy, any kind of negative emotions, because you have not yet forgiven them and yourself for what took place. And one thing before I get started, I really want you to understand that when forgiveness comes into the picture, it's because we want to be in a peaceful place. When we decide to forgive someone, whether it's our parents, whether it's our sibling or friends, or it's a romantic partner, forgiveness is always to bring yourself to a peaceful and stable place. You let go of what took place, you let go of the hurt it made you feel, to give yourself the impending peace of mind. So, if you're manifesting a specific person or anyone, you're trying to resolve a conflict with someone, you want to mend a relationship with a relative, your friends, or family, forgiveness is a very important part of that. Forgiving them for what they have done, forgiving yourself, not judging yourself as well for the way you might have behaved or spoken, will allow you to let go of a lot of guilt, shame, and regret. So, the first thing is knowing and really understanding that people make mistakes. Now, those mistakes could be intentional, they could be done unknowingly, it could be from a state of being hurt and wounded, or it could be from an egoic and lax state. There could be several reasons of why someone made a mistake that created an unpleasant experience for you. So, really recognizing and understanding your part in this, now that could include any beliefs or your self concept that might have led you to this situation, or what their part in this is, their actions, their behaviors, and their words. Now, yes, everyone is you pushed out does come into the picture, but your beliefs does not change a person's entire personality. They don't make a whole new person. Yes, your dominant beliefs about them, how they are as a whole, how they are in a romantic situation with you, how they are in certain areas, if they are really dominant, they will show up in those specific areas. Bits and parts of them will start reflecting that behavior if you dwell in that long enough. So it's really important to recognize if it is something that is coming from you, which is beliefs about yourself, or if it is something that is about them, your beliefs about them that are still coming from you, but it's your beliefs about them. So, holding whoever is supposed to be held accountable in your mind, knowing your part in it, knowing their part in it, and learning how to forgive your loved ones might seem very difficult, but when done genuinely, it will really help you in dropping the resentment that you might otherwise carry for many years to come. And I'm talking about true forgiveness here, not superficial forgiveness, where later on, when you get an opportunity, you actually use this as something against that person. Forgiving your specific person will help you manifest a better experience with a clean heart and mind. It's like cleaning an old slate that is full of your old negative stories and experiences. Always remember that when anyone outside of us, it does not matter if we are attached to that person or if it is a stranger, if anything they say and do impacts us emotionally or triggers us, it is usually because of something inside of us. The only reason anyone ever would be able to emotionally impact you or bring you down is because you allow it. You let them have that impact on you. So, creating a really strong wall around your emotions, who is able to impact them, who is able to really destroy your mindset completely, really is in your control. And saying that does not mean that you don't have the right to feel hurt. You have the right to be angry. You have the right to feel hurt. You have the right to feel low, upset, everything. I'm all about feeling your emotions, really accepting where you are at this point in your life, embracing it, and letting emotions pass through you, processing them, and giving yourself the required closure instead of depending on people outside of you to give you the closure and give you certain answers. Whenever people do something, you have the right to feel everything you want to feel, but you process it and you move on from that. Now, whether you want to improve that experience with the same person or you completely want to move on with your life and manifest a new person is your personal choice. Even if something was really unhealthy and unacceptable and you want to move on from it, you still need to forgive. As I mentioned, the forgiveness is to bring yourself in a peaceful and stable state. It's never related to things or people outside of you. Because if you're not okay with what took place, if you're not okay with processing your emotions around it and giving forgiveness to the people who were involved and forgiving yourself, it will linger on and sabotage your future experiences. So, no matter if you decide to stay or move on, forgiveness is still a very important part for you to have better experiences in the future. Carrying that anger, carrying that resentment is never going to be favorable to you in your life, to yourself, to your mind, and to your body and health. The second way to forgive someone is to really bring them down to your level. With a specific person, we always end up putting them on a pedestal. You end up idolizing them. You end up seeing them as much more significant than you. And because you put them on this pedestal, your expectations are different. It's as though they cannot make mistakes. It's as though they can't hurt you in any way. It's like with children and parents. When it comes to children, we expect our parents to just know everything and do everything right and not make any mistakes. We forget the part where they're doing the best they can with what they know, and they might also be doing something for the first time, and they also might be feeling fearful, and they are human beings, so they can make mistakes. Stop idolizing your specific person, bring them down from that pedestal for various reasons, but one reason is to know that they can make a mistake, they can hurt you, they can hurt other people, and they are just another normal person. Have you ever hurt someone? To really help you bring them down from that pedestal, you need to go back and really remember any time you hurt someone. And was there any time in your friends or family or romantic relationships where you were forgiven? Would you want someone you really love and respect to forgive you for any kind of mistake that you made? If someone ever did forgive you when you really wanted it, then yes, you know how that feels. So you really need to ask yourself all of these questions and really bring them down to your level and see them as a normal person who can make mistakes, not this unrealistic person with whom you can have these unrealistic expectations that they can never make mistakes, or they can never say or do, or they should not. They are not supposed to do something or say something that would make me feel hurt. Now, the third and last thing is something that might not resonate with a lot of people, and a lot of people might not be able to comprehend it based on which kind of stage of life you're at, but no one owes you anything. No living being owes you anything. And just knowing this one thing will also really help you in forgiving your specific person or people in general. Everything that you think someone else owes you, you owe it to yourself. And that's why we keep repeating that when you're working on your self concept, all the ways you expect other people or your specific person to show up, you should be showing up for yourself in the same way. So if you think your specific person owes you a healthy relationship, you owe yourself a healthy relationship. Create a healthy relationship with yourself. After that, you will come to a realization of whether you want to continue with this experience with this person or move on and manifest a better and healthier version of a new relationship. Showing up for yourself each time, every time, is going to help you in making better decisions in your 3D reality. Because when you show up for yourself, you value yourself, you have clarity around what you want, what you don't want, you have clarity around what is acceptable to you, you have standards, you have boundaries, you are very clear about the things you want to engage with and you don't want to engage with. And that, when put into action, implementation will take place in your day-to-day decisions. So no one owes you anything. If you ever feel someone owes you something, there's something lacking in you that you owe yourself, and that is something you really need to work on. If you really feel your specific person owes you a very healthy relationship, and right now they are not showing up that way, that is when you need to set physical and mental boundaries and know that this is the way you're going to show up, otherwise this is not acceptable to me. And that's when the version of them that shows up in your life starts changing. Indulge yourself in a new story by forgiveness, by letting go of the old story, in a new version of them, of how you want them showing up. Or if you have a lot of clear understanding that you cannot let go of the old story, you cannot let go of the resentment, and you want to manifest a new love altogether, that option is always open for you. That is again you showing up for yourself, having clarity, knowing what you really want, and making that decision. Because you know that decision is going to be healthy for you, for your mind, body, and stability. So I hope I was able to add some value to your manifestation process. I will see you in the next video. Till then, have a great week.